Hello and welcome to the Christian Fantasy and Sci-Fi Podcast, where we talk about anything and everything fantasy and science fiction. Your host is Matt Crosswhite, and the subject matter expert is Josiah Marshall. And here we go.
Hello and welcome back to Christian Fantasy and Sci-Fi Podcast. I'm excited to be with you today. As I said in a previous message that I published a few weeks ago, that Matt and I needed to take a break due to various life reasons. But today I'm bringing you a special episode. This is an author spotlight episode. And today we're going to be spotlighting Erin Hunter. And I actually have brought with me today a resident expert of herself, Miss Karlie Marshall. Karlie is my daughter, and she has come to love Erin Hunter and the series that Erin writes about. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So hi, Karlie. How are you today?
Pretty good.
Good. So who is Erin Hunter?
Erin Hunter is a pseudonym of Victoria Holmes, Kate Carey, Sharon Baldry, Carissa Hutton, Belly Leslie, 2T Sutherland, Rose Heist, James L. Berry, Tita M. Kirkowski, Don Hudson. Natalie Rice. Wow. Sarah Goddard.
Wow. So are you saying that all of those people are the author?
Yes.
Every one of those names you just read is the author of the story. So they're writing the story.
Some are the illustrators.
Oh, okay. So are you saying that there's just not one single person that's Erin Hunter?
Yep.
Wow, fascinating. Does that ever get confusing for you when you read the books?
Sometimes.
Oh, really? How do you remember who wrote what, or does it matter?
Not really.
No? Does it they don't each have a confusing voice? They don't create a different sounding book here or a different sounding book there?
Not really.
No. Do they have a main editor? Somebody that helps make the book work right and sound right?
Yep.
Who's that?
Victoria Holmes.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that these authors will write a book, they'll send it to Victoria, she'll edit it, and then she'll send it on to the publication house.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Well, what do they write about, Karlie?
Cats, dogs, bears, lions, mostly animals.
Mostly animals. So can these animals talk?
Yeah, except the other animals can't understand them except if they've learned their language.
Really? How do they learn the language?
Well, I mean, there's a beaver that's learned cat's language, who's called Midnight.
And do you know how he learned it? Did he have to take a certain class? Did he have to drink a special potion or what?
He lived among a lot of cats, so he picked it up.
Oh, okay. Did you know that's called immersion? Language acquisition through immersion?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. And what else can you tell us about this series?
Well, there's multiple series. Warriors is about cats. Seekers is about bears. Survivors is about dogs. Bravelands is about tigers, and the Bamboo Kingdom is about monkeys.
Wow. That's a lot of different animals. So if somebody's an animal lover, this is the series for them?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And how many books are we talking?
372.
Whoa. Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's a lot of books. Have you read all of them?
No.
No? Wow. Okay, but how many have you read?
Don't know.
So you're reading them and not keeping track of wait a minute, you're keeping track of which ones you've read, so you're not repeating them, but you don't know how many you've read so far.
Yeah.
Would you say you've read 5?
Yes.
What about 10?
Yes.
15?
Yes.
20?
Probably.
Wow, okay, so we've hit a threshold of probably. Wow, wait, that's a lot of books. All right. And do these animals do anything special?
Well, they do live in groups, and there's clans.
Okay, so there's clans. Now, there's different types of people that use the word clans to segment their peoples. Is it kind of like Native American clans, or maybe Scottish or Celtic clans?
Well, I don't really know, but they're clans that just have borders.
Okay. All right, so they have their own geographical area.
Yeah, like if a cat lived next door to a cat and they were fenced, that'd kind of be like the border.
Okay. Oh, now that raises an interesting question, the way you just said fence. Now, are these animals living with humans, or are they by themselves?
Well, mostly the main character of Warriors used to live with humans who are called two legs, and they just joined the clans.
Okay, so they leave the humans.
Yes.
Do all of them leave the humans?
No, those ones are called kitty pets.
Kitty pets.
Yeah.
So kitty pets is for cats. What do they call the dogs that stay with humans?
Monsters.
Are you serious?
Yeah, except they call cars that too.
Cars, so they actually refer to vehicles.
Yes, and they call a road a thunder path.
Oh, that's fascinating. So we're getting to look at the world through the eyes of animals.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really neat. Is that one of your favorite features of the stories?
Yeah.
And why is that?
Because then you know how your cats are going to act.
Okay.
Or dogs, and you probably don't have a pet bear, so
Well, I would presume then that the bears didn't live with humans, right?
no.
All right, so where are they at? Are they off in some forest somewhere?
They're kind of like the cats, but not too much.
Okay.
Like one book is about polar bears, one's about black bears, one's about brown bears.
So is the story set all over the world?
Yeah, because the cats sometimes have to move because the two legs are taken over.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, as we know by the by the title of our podcast, that we talk about fantasy and science fiction. Are these stories science fiction?
No.
Okay. Are they more in line with fantasy then?
Yeah, because there are some weird creatures once in a blue moon.
So, okay. Can you tell us about one or two of these weird creatures?
Well, they have like a star clan, which is like all the dead cats that come together to make another clan.
Dead cats?
The cats that have died.
As in ghost cats?
Well, not really. They're just cats living in a different place, really.
A different realm, maybe?
Yeah, I think that'd be a good description.
Interesting. Well, I did not know that. What is one of your favorite one of these, mysterious creatures?
Probably the beavers.
Why is that?
Because the beavers, tell prophecies and tons of other stuff.
Okay, so they're more like the hermits or the prophets?
To me, they're more like the owls.
Okay. So how are they like the owls?
Everyone says owls are smart.
Oh, but in this case, the beavers are real smart.
Yes.
Okay. So are you saying now, you said that each animal will learn one of the other animals' languages. So they are talking animals then.
Yes.
But are they using their own meow meow, woof woof language?
Yeah.
Okay, If you remember the name Dr. Doolittle?
Yes.
So you're basically saying that these different animals, when they learn another language, they become like Dr. Doolittle because they're talking to other animals in their own language.
Well, only sometimes. It's rare that another animal learns a language.
Oh, really? Why is it so rare?
Because mostly before they have time to learn it, the evidence is gone.
The evidence is gone. Fascinating. So, as in, do they do writing then, or is it just that the creature is gone? What do you mean by evidence?
Like if a fox was going up to a cat, before it could learn its language, the cat would be eaten alive.
Oh, the evidence is gone, literally. Okay. All right. That's kind of funny. Okay. And a little creepy. So what else you got to tell us about these?
Well, Erin Hunter became Erin Hunter because the name.
Oh, that's right. You said the name was a pseudonym, right?
Yes.
So it's used by multiple writers. So how did they come up with the name Erin Hunter?
Well, they wanted the name Erin Hunter because because if they wrote it with different authors, then if like one person wrote the first book and another wrote the second book, you'd almost never be able to find them in the library.
Oh, that's clever. That's very forward thinking. In fact, they were thinking of ahead for kids, right? So they could find all the books in one place.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, it's close to another author's book series, Redwall.
Oh, by Brian Jacques or Jakes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they like Redwall?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Why do they like Redwall?
Maybe it's because it's similar. It's based on animals.
Okay, so they're trying to kind of basically catalog all the animals into one location. Okay, cool. Anything else?
They chose Hunter because it also stirred up an image for a cat. Because, like, the cats catch mice and birds and gophers and stuff.
Okay, yeah, okay, I can see that. Interesting. Any other things about the name itself?
The name Erin, Natalie Holmes thought up because she liked it. It wasn't girly, and it was Celtic.
It wasn't girly, and it was Celtic. Okay, cool. And do you like it being Celtic?
Sometimes.
Okay, cool. Why do you like it being Celtic?
Because the two legs, it kind of gives you where the story is taking place.
Oh, so maybe over in England then, or Scotland or Ireland?
Yeah, but at the front of the book, it also gives you a map of like where they lived, and where they live, or where they live.
Okay, all right, good to know about. All right, anything else?
They have super editions who are.
Oh, okay. So now we're going to get into the actual books. Okay, so you said there were 370 something books? 372. Wow. Okay. So there's different types of books then?
Yes.
Okay, what are those?
The different books are like there's super editions that are about one cat. And, like, another super edition's about another cat. You can learn its secrets that are not in the book.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so it gives more detailed information on a specific cat.
Yeah, like if you were going to Blue Star's Prophecy, you could see how she was giving her kits to her mate, who's in a different clan.
Fascinating. Okay, so we've got super editions. We have novels, right?
They also have graphic novels.
Ooh, okay. Tell us about those.
They're mostly about Tiger Star.
Okay, so there's cats and now there's tigers?
No, Tiger Star is the name of a cat.
Oh, okay.
And it's about like how he got like out of his clan, and then he had to like met up with someone named Sasha.
Okay, so it's following that specific animal.
Kind of, except it's not really the story because they don't really go back to the clans.
Oh, so they go on their own little journey.
Yeah, except at the end they do go back to their clans and recap it.
Uh-oh. Spoiler alert, folks. Spoiler alert. Any other types of books?
They have survival guides.
Really? What's that?
It's like the rules, there's one about battles, like all the battles that have happened.
So kind of like a history book.
Yeah, but there's like 3 super editions that are that like describe each cat all in one book.
Fascinating. Okay. And didn't you say at one point there's also manga? It's a style of storytelling that's used out of Japan. It's a style of storytelling that involves both kind of like a graphic novel, but not quite.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So there's a different options for different types of readers.
Yes.
Cool. And so can you get it in any other form besides a book?
Audiobooks.
Okay. Which do you prefer, audiobooks or books?
Audiobooks, because they're faster to read. Like the super editions about the cats sometimes take a year to read, but in audiobook form it can be done in like 12 hours.
Wow, okay. Well, that's a reasonable reason to listen to audiobooks so that you can get through them quicker. How old are you?
About to turn 10.
Okay. And so you said one of these books would take you a year to read.
Yeah.
How many pages are we talking?
1,214.
In one book?
Yeah, well, it's kind of about one cat's life, and most of the time when they make a book, it's about an old cat.
Oh, so it's a cat that's been through most of its life.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Oh, okay. All right. Wow. Well, that's a lot of pages, so I can understand now even more about why you'd go with the audiobook version. Now, normally on the show, I offer any sources of adaptations. Do you know what an adaptation is?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any adaptations of the books?
Well, the cats behave like wild animals sometimes, but also they bring peace when they meet at Four Trees, which is the place where they go for every month.
Oh, is it kind of like a council?
Not really. It's just explaining what's happened if you need help. I mean, that's how SkyClan got kicked out.
Interesting. So there is a place where these clans can interact with each other.
Yes, and there's no fighting allowed.
No fighting among the clans or within a clan or both?
Both.
Okay. Cool. All right. Any other features that you'd like to tell us about?
You can like if you want to know about like a kind of cat in the book, like if you wanted to know about an orange tabby, you could look for the first series. If you wanted to know about like a gray tabby, you could look to the second series.
Oh, okay. So if you have a specific type of cat that you like, you could very probably find that specific type of cat highlighted in one of the series.
Yes, except for Calico.
Oh, really? Why is that? Do you know?
No, except that there's only girl calicos, and the boy calicos are very rare.
Fascinating. Okay, cool. All right. Well, anything to add before we end our podcast today?
Nope.
All righty. Wow. Well, thank you so much, Karlie. I do have one last question for you. Where could people find these books and the audiobooks?
They could find them on Sora if you're a kid, Libby, and a library.
Okay, great. Now, in Libby is a special app that's put together by the library system that you can attach a library subscription to, a library card to, rather, and you can access all of their digital content, correct?
Correct.
Cool. All righty. Well, I'd like to thank Miss Karlie Marshall for joining us today and telling us about Erin Hunter and their series on warriors, correct?
Warriors, Seekers, Survivors, Brave Lands, and Bamboo Kingdom.
And that's just a few to name a few out of the series, right?
No, that's all of them.
Oh, okay. That's them. Okay. So as of right now, folks, you've got an option of 372 books to choose from. And I presume there's more to come?
Probably.
Cool. All righty. Well, again, thank you for joining us today. I'm so thankful for Karlie and her wanting to join us and tell us about this book series. Until next time, continue to be the geek only you can be. God bless.